Hey, hi everyone. So welcome back once again to our Express Yoga session, 15 minutes of yoga. So day 10 today. Fantastic work to anyone who's been coming on with me right through this journey. It gets harder and harder as we move through to keep that motivation, to keep those levels up, particularly once the novelty wears off, I suppose, of the daily practice. So you really need to kind of push through, I call it the glass ceiling. You can see the other side, but it's really kind of hard to push up through and keep the motivation going, the discipline to push through that level. But you'll find once you do push through that feeling, that kind of lethargicness and tiredness, you really find the benefits and the habit sticks with you after a little while. That you start to miss it. You really start to miss that daily practice. So keep going, even if you're feeling it's a little bit too much some days. Just that little bit every day will contribute to that lifelong habit. Okay, so today what I'd like to do is work on a common issue that I find a lot of people struggle with in sun salutations, and you may have experienced this yourself. It's a step through. So I'll give you the example. In our sun salutations, when we go to lift up the leg and place it forward, all too often I see this, and it's absolutely fine if this is where you're at, this kind of slow working up of the leg. The muscles aren't quite strong enough to get that lift up. And you can see for me, I've recently had a baby. About 7 months ago I had a baby, so I'm still working on developing those muscles as well. They do take a little bit of time to build up. So be kind with yourself, but today we're going to work on a few exercises to target this particular area. All right, so that's our focus today. But first of all, let's close the eyes. I'd like to start the session with 3 Oms today, just to kind of get ourselves in the zone of our practice. So if you feel comfortable joining me, please feel free. Otherwise, just allowing the vibration to move through the body. When you're ready, a deep breath in. Alright, we'll move straight into our warm-ups now, rotating the head and neck. Changing direction. Rotating the shoulders backwards now. And forwards. Lifting up one arm, hooking it with the other, stretching through the shoulders. And change. Lifting up the shoulders here, interlace the hands at the back, expanding through the chest. And change. So paying particular attention to the shoulders here and the muscles through the thighs and the hips, because these are the areas that really support us when we do the step through. So just butterflying the knees up and down now. And folding here. Coming back up, we will come into a twist. Okay, hooking the elbow over the knee, looking back behind you. And change sides. Beautiful work. All right, extend those legs out, give them a bit of a rub and a wiggle. Okay, so let's move through a couple of rounds of sun salutations to begin with, and just observing in particular the movement of the legs, or of the hips, rather, when you come into that step through. Okay, so we're just kind of tracking ourselves to begin with. Don't place too much pressure on yourself, because we're going to come back, do a little bit of technique work, and then we'll come back again and do some more rounds with that new information about the poses. Okay, so when you're ready, inhale, arms come up above the head, little back bend at the top, coming down towards the toes. Stepping back with the left leg first, dropping the knee, untucking the toe, look up. Stepping back with both feet, drop the knees, drop the chest, rolling that chest up, cobra. Coming to your downward facing dog here. All right, paying attention here, we're going to step up with the left foot. All right, drop that knee, untuck the toes, look up. Coming up with both feet here, folding. Raising on up, arms above the head, back bend at the top. Coming down, other side now. This other side might be quite different for you, so just paying attention, stepping back with the right leg, look up. Stepping back with both feet here, drop the knees and the chest, rolling on up. Downward facing dog. All right, this is a moment here, stepping up with the right foot. Okay, drop that knee down, look up. Nice lunge there, drop the hips, and then coming up with both feet and fold. Raising the arms up now, hands down by the sides. Okay, a couple of deep breaths here. Okay, and then we're going to come all the way back down to hands and knees. All right, so we're going to practice that technique here first on the hands and knees. All right, so strength through the hip. So we're going to lift up the right toes towards the head and then draw that knee in. So this is just to build up the strength to begin with. Let's do that again. Draw the toes up towards the head. Same action. Can you feel that? Draw that knee in. Sort of imagine you're stepping forward and up like that. But just practicing with that support of the knee down on the ground. Draw that knee in. Really lift that knee up towards the chest. Feel the push up from the hands. So pushing up, engaging the arms. Right, so you're not falling into the wrists here. Bringing the knee up, pushing away from the ground. One more time, toes up, knee to the chest. Okay, other side. Toes up, draw the knee in, push up, toes up, knee in, toes up, knee in. Can you really feel that work through the hips here? The movement of the muscles. Okay, let's try that. Just give yourself a few breaths here. Don't overdo it too quick. Okay, but when you're ready, I'm going to come to our downward facing dog and do that same action. All right, lifting up the leg, drawing it in, push away from the ground. All right, don't step up yet. Lifting up that toe, draw it in, push away from the ground. Once again, draw the leg up, draw the knee in, and then see if you can walk that foot up or step it up if you can. But don't fuss too much about that at this stage if you're just building up the strength. Other side, leg up, knee in. Leg up, knee in. Leg up, knee in. Fantastic. Dropping down to the knees. Couple of deep breaths. Okay, so another technique to use, if you have some blocks, you can actually place the blocks underneath the hands. It's a nice way to kind of lift yourself up a little bit more and get that step through. All right? So we're going to do that now, just lifting on up with the leg. If you have the blocks, you can place it underneath the hands or some phone books or something. Oh, phone books are probably a little bit defunct now, but some heavy books. All right, lifting up the leg, seeing if you can bring it on up. All right, just slowly feeling the engagement of the muscles here. Lift up the leg, stepping on up. Other side, lifting up the leg, stepping on up slowly. Lifting up the leg, stepping on up. All right, so let's practice one more time just with that little bit of information. We're going to take one more round of sun salutations here and then slow ourselves right down. When you're ready, inhale, arms up above the head, back bend at the top, coming down towards the toes. Stepping back with the left leg, dropping the knee, looking up, opening up through the hips here, stepping back with both feet, drop the knees, drop the chest, roll on up, downward facing dog. All right, stepping up with the left foot. Okay, drop that knee, look up. Stepping up with both feet now and fold. Raising on up, arms above the head, back bend at the top. And coming back down again. Right leg this time, you know the sequence. Completing the round here. All right, and then finishing up at the top of your mat. And we're going to come right back down now into our laying position. Hugging the knees in here. All right, finishing up with a nice twist. So stacking the right knee on top of the left, arms out at a T shape. Drawing the knees down towards the left and looking over the right shoulder. Coming on back now, swapping over the legs, dropping the knees down, looking over the other side. Okay, coming to our Shavasana. Relaxing everything now. Observing the beating of the heart. The rhythm of the breath. Finding the point where the two intersect. To create the music that flows through your body. Enjoy your Shavasana.